Hey guys, Lucas here in Vintage Surplus, and today we're going to build a gun belt. Alright, so today we're going to go over the basics of building your standard gun belt, pretty simple one, and go over what that looks like, and some, maybe a little bit of do's and don'ts and what to put on there. So first off, let's go over what a gun belt is and what does it do for you. So if you need a good visualization piece in your head about how I'm kind of looking at this is your old West, gunfighters, think about what they had in their belt. They had the revolver and enough ammo to support that revolver. And think about that when you're building a gun belt out. If this is your first gun belt or you're building another one, you're not sure where to go with it, that's my definition of a gun belt. It supports your weapon, and that's about it. So that's all it's really going to do for you. Now you have battle belts and war belts, and those differ from a gun belt where they support the mission more. So it's less just ammo and more mission essential gear. Might have GP pouches filled with stuff, plus stuff IFAK, kind of stuff like that. So your gun belt is just doing the basics. It's going to be simple, streamlined, and not much to it. And the simpler it is, the more you're going to get out of it. Where does this go with your kit? So your gun belt is, people like to call first lines, first level, whatever part of your kit. It is just enough to get you going. You can throw this on, and whatever it's weapon is supporting, whether it be pistol and rifle, or just a rifle, just a pistol, it's enough to get you to the next step, getting your plate carrier, vest on, your chest rig, get to your helmet, get to your other rifle, whatever it may be. So when you're building a gun belt, it's enough to get you started. It's enough magazines to get you started and going, and it's just enough everything else to help you out along the mission, aside from carrying all the mission essential stuff. So with that in mind, let's take a look at this, what I did here, and how to really kind of set up a basic pistol belt and talk through each kind of piece. So the first thing with your gun belt is you need a belt. You can wear this on a standard kind of rigger's belt, any sort of stiffer belt that can support pouches. That's the most basic way you're going to be able to run a gun belt of anything. But having one that's removable is most preferred. So let's go over a good baseline gun belt for any level of kit, any level of user, whether you're beginner to even more advanced. And this is a belt that we just got in, and it's just, once you hear the brand, you'll be like, whatever. But it's really, really, really impressing me. This is a Condor LCS gun belt. So Condor made these. These are really just fantastic gun belts, and especially for the price, these are around 50 bucks. And for what you're getting with this, you just can't beat it. Talk to some end users, and they love this belt. They've had them for years, and they say that for what it is, you can't beat it. So what does this belt do for you? So at first off, it's got webbing on it. It's laser cut webbing, saves some weight, saves some bulk, and once you mount stuff on it, it's going to be super secure. So it's a two-piece belt, which you're going to find a lot of your gun belts are. So you have your outer belt, which is going to have your MOLLE on it, and then you have an inner belt. On the Condor LCS, the inner belt is a grippy one, so it's going to sit on top of your belt line, and the rest of your clothing, you can wear over all your clothing, you can wear it on your belt, cover it up, whatever it be. And because it's hook and loop, you can find an inner belt. If you don't want a grippy one, you can find an inner belt just to go on your through your belt loops and wear it straight over it. On the Condor ones, the outer is the soft side hook and loop, so make sure if you're going to get a different inner belt, it is the hard, hook or whatever, hook and loop. So yeah, so that's the basics of the Condor LCS. It's got tons of MOLLE webbing. So this is a medium, and for me, this is more MOLLE webbing than I need, to be honest. So you can play with that and mount everything, anything you need on there. You can turn this into like a heavier gun belt, or you can keep it real light, real simple, and have room to kind of space things out as necessary. These come stock with just a regular buckle on there. There is a Cobra version that comes with a nice Cobra climbing buckle. But if you get this one, save the money, get your own buckle when you want to, or just run it with this buckle. This buckle is more than enough for the end of the day. So that's the belt. Honestly, if you're looking for a new gun belt, your first time getting one, or you just need a new one, whatever it may be, this is a great belt to go with because it's light, it's really well constructed, and it's got everything you need on there. So let's talk about the pouches. So we're gonna go from here, kind of the ends, and go in. So this gun belt's supporting a pistol and a rifle. So I have my pistol holster mounted directly to it. Whatever pistol holster you're running, it's going to fit on a belt like this, and hard mounted on there essentially, and that gets you, safely and securely carrying your pistol wherever you need to be. I have a tourniquet. So on a gun belt, you might see a full IFAK, a micro IFAK, or just tourniquet. Whatever, the bare bones is kind of what a gun belt's doing for you. So the bare bones for your first aid supplies is kind of what you're going to put on here. So I have a, just a tourniquet on there, held in place by a bungee strap. You can get tourniquet pouches. You can get, anything you need be worn on there real easy like. And then from this end, I have one pistol pouch, one rifle pouch. So if you're running just a pistol, you can put two. Maybe you can put, however many you need. But one of each is pretty much standard at the end of the day. If you need more, you can run more. But one of each is going to get you where you need to go at the end of the day. And you're not going to really be hurting for magazines there. So you can run one here for pistols. You can run two rifles. You can run a double stacker kind of rifle mag pouch, anything like that. But remember, you're trying to keep this kind of slim. So running stacked pouches is going to bulk up really fast. So running one of each is all I thought was good for me and how I'd run a pistol belt like this anyways, or gun belt. So moving in from there, a dump pouch. So some people don't care for dump pouches. I think it really depends on what you're doing at the end of the day. Keep saying that, but yeah. So your dump pouch, what it does for you is, if you're running through magazines, easy way to retain them. If you're picking stuff up or you need extra stuff on you right then and there, it's an easy way to retain all that extra bulky stuff that you might not want to shove in your pockets or might not have a backpack for. So you can just put a water bottle in there, put extra magazines that are full. You can put empty magazines in there. You could put all sorts of things in a dump pouch, and it's just there and easy to get to. And one like this from Condor, which is a very close copy of the standard Eagle Industries full-size dump. It's really good, and it does exactly what it needs to do, which is you put stuff in it and it's going to hold it well and it's going to retain it and it rolls up. So a dump pouch, if you don't need it, delete this from your kit. You're good to go. If you have one just for when you need it, that's good, even better. And you can get all sorts of different dump pouches. All these pouches here are just more of a reference to what you can put on there, not necessarily saying these are the only ones that are good for it. I ran a Blue Force geared pouch behind it, and that's good for just like small things like multi-tools. It's going to retain it well enough, or if I have other stuff I can put in there, maybe another magazine if I want to plus up real quick. And from there, I left the back empty. You'll see some people running IFAKs on here. So if you have like a small IFAK, it'll fit right there, and it's going to be not really bulky, stuff like that. So putting a small IFAK there is really easy if you need it. If you don't need it, if this gun belt is just getting into your plate carrier or your vest where your full IFAK is, maybe all you need is like one of the micro IFAKs, and that's going to do what you need to do. So full IFAK, maybe a small GP instead, maybe like a multi-tool or flashbang kind of pouch like this, or a grenade pouch. You're going to see pretty commonly on a gun belt like this. Another thing you might see a lot of times is a belt, a knife of some sort. I don't have any MOLLE compatible knives somehow, but you might see a knife over here, angled like this, maybe up front, maybe sideways, like Ranger carry, whatever need be. But a knife on there, it's really up to you if you need a knife. Are you using a knife in a combat role? Not necessarily. But as a utility piece, a knife is always nice to have, just like a multi-tool, because you're always going to be, you will find a use for it if it's on there, and it's always nicer to have it than to not have it. So if you have a good pouch, a good knife, a good multi-tool to put in your kit, I do recommend doing so, just because at the end of the day, you will need it at some point. So that's the basic baseline setup for a gun belt. One pistol mag, one rifle mag, a dump pouch if you need it. If you don't like it, don't need one, delete that off there. Obviously your pistol holster, a tourniquet for just baseline kind of IFAK needs. A knife is never a bad option. Same with a multi-tool. You can combine them. Just your multi-tool has a knife on it at the end of the day. But if you need a knife for, knife type things, have that right on there. But yeah, that's basic for it. And then over here, I have a small S carabiner for like gloves or whatever need be, tape. Just all sorts of things you can hook right on there and keep it running your kit. So again, baseline. Let me know what you would think, what you would add, what you've done, what works best for you. I would definitely recommend taking a look at these belts, because the Condor LCS belt has really, I've had a really strong bias against Condor, and have a hard time selling it sometimes, but this is one of those things that they've really impressed me with. So if you're looking for a new gun belt, the Condor LCS belt is definitely one to go with, and you just can't beat the price.